Once you've written your speech, it's time to record it because this is, after all, speech class. So a couple of important things to note. This speech is worth 50 points, and then the rebuttal speech is worth another 50 points. And they're going to be graded on the same rubric because essentially you're doing the same things in each speech, just a little bit differently. So I want to walk through the rubric pretty quickly. And this should look familiar because it's the same thing that you've been doing in the Toolman practice and essentially the same thing you did in the SPAR debate as well. Like any speech, it has an intro, a body, and a conclusion. In the introduction of your speech, you need an attention getter. So give us that overview and draw the audience in, but keep it brief. Pay attention to those time notes that are in the template for when you wrote the speech. Then you need to give us the thesis and previews, and then move on to the body of the speech. So you need to have clear claims. You need to provide data to support those claims. You need to cite your sources. Now, make sure that when you're citing your sources, you're giving us the original publisher for each of those sources. Opposing Viewpoints is not the publisher. That's a database that collects all that information, but that's not where it was originally published. So make sure you have the original publisher for each bit of data that you're providing to us. And then you have the warrant. Explain how that data supports and proves your claim to be right. Last but not least, you need a conclusion. Return to your thesis, sum it up, and under no circumstance should you end your speech with "that's it, the end, I'm done," or the classic "so yeah." When it comes to delivery, we really want to focus on your professionalism because you want to look and sound professional to encourage people to vote for you. So, you need to make sure that your voice is clear, your verbal pauses are minimal, your rate of speech is appropriate, and your energy fits the purpose. Now, what that means is that if you're talking about something serious, you're not like, yeah, people are dying. But at the same time, don't be too serious and devoid of any energy at all. Again, this is a persuasive speech. You want people to vote for you. So make sure that you've got energy to fit that purpose. Focus on your eye contact. And if you watch the tips and tricks for recording video, you'll see that there are some notes on how to make sure that you have good eye contact when recording. As you can tell, I keep sneaking away to look at my screen. And then last but not least, pay attention to your time. So your target time is between 2:30 and 3 minutes. One of the things that I've done for Flipgrid this time is I've turned off your ability to edit that video because a few of you have been recording it in bits and pieces and then just putting it together. I want one solid, consistent speech, just like you were doing it in person. Last but not least, make sure that you're attaching the bill to Flipgrid. In order for the rebuttal portion of this to work well, you need to attach that copy of the bill to Flipgrid so that people can read the bill itself and see what it is you're trying to do and what it is you're trying to defend. So that's the process of recording your speech, and then you can go through into phase 3, which is doing rebuttals.